everyone, this is Diana V, and we are back today with a new episode. Today we will be talking about some tips and tricks for buyers and sellers to help you to get great decision at the time, either to submit an offer or to accept an offer. So listen, sellers, I want to give you some tips at the time to choose the best offer. And listen to buyers, we will be talking about how to get you into a winning situation. Stay tuned.
First of all, let's talk about all the benefits of accepting a cash offer on a house. Now, all cash means a fast closing, and of course, no mortgage. If there's no mortgage, there are no problems, right? Or is there? Now, the ultimate benefit of a fast closing is assuming that the buyer can produce the source of cash and wants to waive the appraisal, the inspection, or both. If they don't waive the appraisal or inspection, they're looking at the same timelines to have the same services done, meaning it's much faster than a buyer with a mortgage. The only difference is there is no financing contingency. That's the only difference. Remember, your competition may have a lot of cash on hand, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the road for you. So let's focus on what could go wrong and how you can compete. At the end of the history, once the transaction is closed and final, the seller most likely will receive the cash wire into his or her account.
Okay, so now you may ask yourself, what can go wrong with an all-cash offer? And guess what? Yes, things can go wrong with an all-cash offer. Many cash buyers know that they're working with a good hand. A good hand is meaning that sometimes they offer an asking price or even below asking price. So attention sellers, cash offer is not always the best offer. Okay, before you accepting any cash offer, make sure you have a proof of funds on hand and fully understand where is the money coming from. Maybe the buyer is expecting funds coming from another home, the proceed of the sales of another home, or probably they're working with an investor and they anticipate some issues with the financing. So they were not able to bring the cash to the table. So listen, not always that cash is liquid at the time of making an offer. Make sure you select the right offer so you don't have that potential that fell through issues, okay? Okay, buyers, and now for you, let's talk about some tips and tricks to get your offer great situated.
That's right. Now we're going to be sharing with you 6 tips with you. Let's get that offer in a winning situation. So now this is tip number 1. Hire yourself a knowledgeable and experienced real estate agent that could guide you through the process and throughout this transaction and can provide with you a variety of options for you.
The escrow money deposit is the deposit that you made in good faith and is actually part of your down payment. Typically range between 1% and 3%.
Schedule a quick inspection. The faster you can schedule an inspection, the sooner you know what needs to be addressed. If there are any few minor issues that needs to be resolved, consider taking them on yourself, as long as they're not safety or healthy issues. By limiting how much you ask them to fix, you're able to save them some time and potentially money. If the projects are costly, you can always request seller concessions.
Agree to the seller's timeline. Find out what is the seller's motivation, what are their goals, and to have the smooth transactions, what they need. If they need to relocate, what are the contingencies they want, and make all of the contingencies sure so they really like your offer.
Tip number 5, offer a little extra to cover a low appraisal. If the home appraises for less than expected, you have an opportunity to shine by covering the appraisal gap guarantee. Cash buyers don't have the same limitations as mortgage borrowers.
Now, tip number 6, make it personal with the letter. Do you love their newly renovated kitchen? Well, then tell them they worked very hard on it. Maybe their beautiful landscaping or cul-de-sac, even their maintenance on their house, the colorful the house is, or the beautiful neighborhood where they live. Make a nice impression to that seller and tell them how soon do you want to make the move and what is your motivation. This will make you shine with that seller.
So bottom line, the proceeds, the amount that you will receive is the same amount no matter who writes the check. Now, be flexible, be prepared, and get ready to make a good impression on the seller. Just bring the best offer you can afford. See you next time here on our next episode.